All right, hey guys, this is the third and final video that I'm going to do, and this will be on protecting outbound. I know we talk about it a lot, but again, I just want to give you this visual, what it is that I'm looking for, and just generally kind of what it should look like. The benefits of protecting outbound are by staying connected off the second wake on the cast outbound, it keeps your speed and momentum up. And also helps cast you out to a wider, earlier path. So if you have a really good cut and you've got good balance and good connection coming inbound, and you're creating all that inbound energy, but then you just let your arms out away from you back towards the boat off the second wake, then you've given up a large percentage of what you just created. So by staying connected outbound after you've had your cut, it just allows you to swing up like a pendulum on the end of the rope out to width. Okay? And then the other thing it allows you to do is when you are ready to extend to make your turn, you've started from a stacked, balanced position, and it just makes it much easier to execute a clean turn. All right, so let's take a look at this. Basically, right here, you can see where I basically have line tension. You can see where this arm is still pinned to my side, and so I'm staying connected because I'm not letting my arms get away from me and pull away from me. It feels like I'm doing like a bicep pull when I'm doing it, but it's just because I'm resisting the centrifugal force of my body separating from the handle. Okay, so let's back that up and look at it piece by piece. So right here, you can see I've got shoulder down and away from the boat. Oops, let's do this one. Okay, shoulders down and away, keeping line tension on. And then when I come through, I just pull and hold it in right there through the edge change. So I'm coming off my cut, I'm releasing the ski, and I'm just keeping that arm in tight. Okay? So, I mean, I know some skiers allow their outside arm to come across like this and still keeps their inside arm bent like this, which is okay, but I think what's ideal is not letting either one of the elbows get away too much from your side, okay, as you come through your cut, or as you cast out, okay. So, in comes the turn. And again, you can see where I've got line tension pulling through this shoulder at this point, okay? And so I'm resisting the boat, the pull from the boat, by keeping my shoulder down and away to some degree. You could still be more open. You could have your shoulders more level than I do here, but at the end of the day, you still need to have that tension on that arm, and ideally on both arms. But then when you come up, you want to, right through here, you want to pull that in so that your elbow, again, is tucked against your side, and don't let it separate. Okay? So now, because I'm in this position with my arms to my side, when I go to extend, I'm tall and balanced and centered over the ski, and it just makes it much easier to just have a nice carve back under the line. Okay. Again, you can see that line tension, and then just right there. Just keep it. Now, in a perfect world, I would prefer that I had my handle like maybe like down here. I tend to kind of lift it up when I do it. I would rather have my handle just down and close to as close as possible to my hip. But at the end of the day, when I'm watching you guys ski, I'm looking at this also right here. Is your arms like that? Or are you letting your arms out back to the handle? You know, just straight out to the handle, okay? Let's take a look here. So let's watch it through here. Just kind of come through and squeeze those arms close. The pressure is between about here, where I'm actually engaging the biceps, to about here. Now I'm basically free of the boat, of the pull of the boat. See, I'm already letting go. But it's like right through here. You know, coming off the second white water, right here I'm pulling in and holding it in, right through there. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Go over here to the next one. This one I definitely pulled in right there. Okay? So, again, just elbows down and close to your side. Again, in a perfect world, I'd have that even lower on. I'd have my handle like right about here instead of up here. Okay? But at the end of the day, I'm protecting outbound. I think I could have better connection if I kept it closer to my hip. Okay? All right, so I'm just going to let this play through. Let's see here. Let's go to the beginning. And you can just watch it and see if you can see what I'm talking about. Well, there you go. I hope that helps. And, you know, you can look at, this is the one thing that I've noticed about protecting outbound is all the top skiers do it. All of them do it. There isn't any one of them that does not do this. That's a professional skier. So that's one element that I think that is, you know, probably the most misunderstood, but at the same time, like a huge critical factor in short line skiing. I think also that in order to get effective protecting out, be effective at it, you still got to have good balance and still have good connection. Those two things I think actually kind of come before this, because I know you can go, you know, I know you can run 32 off and maybe even 35 off without protecting outbound. I used to do it all the time. I always used to let my arms out, and when I did that, you know, my consistency wasn't as good as it is at, you know, when I do protect outbound. But at the end of the day, you know, I was looking at my numbers from 2019 when I started skiing 32 miles an hour in 2019. My average of running 32 off was about 40%, looking at my numbers from the past. And then in 2020, last year, I was 32 miles an hour, 32 off. I was running 80%, maybe even a little higher than that. But and all I was focused on was protecting outbound. And those are all 32 miles an hour, 32 off passes comparison. So anyways, just food for thought. Hope it's helpful. Again, you know, look at all the pro skiers and you'll watch that they all protect outbound. But again, balance and connection, in my opinion, have to come first. Protecting outbound will make those things easier, but I mean, they all go hand in hand. It's all kind of a, you know, one comes after the other. But at the end of the day, you got to have good connection. You got to have good balance. And then if you get those things that are, you know, you're shooting those, you know, 80% of the time, then highly recommend working on protecting outbound. All right, guys, talk to you later.